Ay. What's the deal? What's the deal, people? It seems like every time I gotta get on here, I gotta read my energy, but we about to read it. Somebody's been fucking with my Wi-Fi all day. They've been jamming my connection. I've been just trying to watch TV. That's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to just chillax today. Somebody's trying to stop me from watching TV. So then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna build whatever I'm gonna build because I can do whatever I can do on my phone. I don't need the Wi-Fi. So, but yeah, somebody's been jamming the connection. Somebody's been fucking with the Wi-Fi for a minute. But then they've been really trying to jam it. So I'm about to tap in and read that person's energy and anybody else's fucking energy that's been in my fucking energy. Whether you do a spell work or talking shit. If you come out on my table, that's not my problem. You should learn how to stay out of my energy. If you don't want to come on my table. Look, it says it's over for some old hags. And the sirens. It's over for some old hags. They've been backed into a corner. I just saw that. Princess Fiona Shrek. I'm giving off a Princess Fiona Shrek vibe. Excuse my voice because I was yelling yesterday. I had to fucking talk to an adult like they're a fucking child. Look, I see mother not related, mother related. To this is exactly who I was talking to, a mother figure in my current, look, wow, in my current home and work community. That's crazy. Ay, ay, ay. A peeping Tom energy. That's crazy. How it comes out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, let's continue to shuffle. Crimes committed. There was some crimes committed by people that's not related to me. Not related to. So there was crimes committed by people that's not related to me. An uncle not related, maybe. I picked up on an uncle energy when I was doing the book thing. It says that money they thought they were getting, they're not getting a dime. So, whoever's in my energy think they're getting some type of money. It says, fail to realize I'm not the one to play with. I just saw old hags committed crime. Crimes committed by some old hags. Male, masculine, or feminine energy. They buried me in the ground, but I sprouted a crown. Some old hags, masculine or feminine energy, they're about to meet the coroner because they summoned something. Confirmation. Of family abuse. They're about to be devoured. For this spiritual sexual abuse. Somebody needs to step forward. For this energy distortion. The informant plan failed. I'm getting my justice. For this spiritual organ harming. Fairy magic in the reverse. It said, ooh, cocky energy that fell on the table. Snakes. It says that business table, that business offer off the table. The accuser is always the accuser. The one making the accusations is the one that's actually doing it. They try to water you down, but you only rejuvenate it, revitalize, and you're guarded. So they try to water me down, but they only revitalize and rejuvenated my garden. I was actually gonna put the camera on yesterday. being on the fucking camera. Motherfucker. They did a policy insurance fraud. They put a policy insurance on my name, under my name. That's what they was doing. And people lost all respect for this person, whoever did this. Yeah, they didn't listen, in one ear, out the other. Uncle energy. Uncle coming out again. So they could be on somebody's uncle, uncle energy that's out here lying, false advertisement. They got files on this. It says not related to you. So this is not my uncle. Related to me by marriage. This is not my uncle. This is somebody that could be married into my family. Not related to me. Related to me by marriage. This is a masculine energy that marries a feminine energy in my family. They lived in the past. This person lived where I used to live or used to work. Or I'm going to say it says past, home, and work community. So where I used to live. They used to live where I used to live. They entrapment, attacked me out of spite. So there's a masculine energy that married into my family. So somebody married a feminine in my family. They're about to be taking out their misery. They trying to change plans, but they still getting exposed. Their prayers are falling on deaf ears. They're praying because they're getting cut off. Snip, snip, cut, cut. So somebody's trying to interrupt my services, jam my connection, slow me down because they're getting cut off. Because they don't know who they are. They have a dissociative identity disorder. And the tables have turned on this person. So somebody's jamming my web connection because whatever they did, the tables have turned on them. Ooh, because they overstepped their boundaries. They're overstepping their boundaries. They're not coming correct in my energy. They shouldn't come at all. Somebody's aging rapidly because they're toxic. Yeah, they're doing chakra attacks on me. They did some type of tax fraud. And there's endings happening for this person in an online community. They was doing jar spells, but it was in the reverse. So their jar spells they're doing is in the reverse. Yeah, tax fraud. They wanted to join the hate crowd. Somebody wanted to join the hate crowd. There's files on these people or person. And they can't think straight because I'm unbothered. They out here beating their chest like King Kong, but when I'm a whole Caesar. The federal law could be involved, and these people are going crazy. They were paid to cause harm. Somebody was 911 on the timer. Paid to cause harm. As I said, somebody was paid to cause me harm. By an aunt that's related to me. Look, wow. So there's an aunt related to me. An uncle not related. So I'm going to take that out. And I'm going to look for a fake religion list. Wow. Look at that. So let me look for them cards because it says aunt related. So hold on one second. Let me look for them cards so we could go with the story now. Because now it's coming out. So there's an uncle that's not related to me. Because it says not related to me. Related to me by marriage. It came out back to back, right? So let's look for them cards real quick. Because aunt related came out. So, 1 second. So we could get the story going. Since I've been here already 10 minutes. And that's the energy that's coming out. Uncle. Uncle came out. Uncle related. Uncle not related came out. And then uncle related, uncle not related came out. They from the past work home community. So what I was saying, uncle not related, uncle related came out. And it says related to me by marriage and not related to me. So look. That says related by blood. Hold on, I want to get the story correct. Since it's giving me detailed right now, it's being very detailed right now. I want to make sure I got the cards on the table since they're coming out as I'm splitting the deck. I should be taking the cards out as I'm splitting the deck, but I'm not. All right, not related to you. Related to you by marriage, right? And if I see the uncle card again, I'm going to take it out with the uncle not related card. Since that's what it's saying. Since that's the first thing that came out. Was uncle not related and then aunt related is coming out. So I'll get that later if it comes out again. But we already know. Uncle not related to me. Aunt related to me. So let's shuffle one more time and then pull some cards. I just saw karmic lessons and death magic. Home community, cruel intentions in my home community. Okay, there was cruel intentions in my home community. That's true. These karmics is trapped for being wicked. And they trying to shut me up failed. Because they intimidated by my supernaturalness. Nose itching, confirmation. That's a whole message right there. So let's put that to the side. They remote viewing me. Trying to close all gates and shit, blocking my paths. So they're trying to close. They're trying to close all roads, gates, and paths. They're remote viewing me. All right. I have high potential, and they underestimated my supernaturalness. They underestimated me. Whatever they're doing is not working. They're rotting from the inside out. This was spiritual suicide, whatever they did. In my work community, rebelling and challenging authority. So let's put that message to the side. Was told to leave it alone, but they didn't listen. Now they trapped like labyrinths with no way out. Try to get me fired. This dingbat energy that want revenge. No weapon will form will prosper. Because I have a healing spirit within me or around me. This person lives in my vicinity. Pocket watching me. I'm going to take that as a different message. An abuser. That's being humiliated. The Brady Bunch gang, a combined family. There's somebody that was there on their high horse and now they're feeling like a jackass. Because there's about to be a bloodbath. And they're in denial about this. That the signs can no longer be ignored. And these people or person is in their feelings. This wild witch. That's another message right there. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the road for somebody that tried to bury me in the ground, but I sprouted a crown. Their mind is blown. An old school friend that was being used to cause havoc, that was put in a competition with me. This person is having a midlife crisis because they have unfulfilled goals. And they're experiencing the wrath of God for being evil. A karmic woman that was on the journey to Nowhereville because of fear of risk, resisting to change. And now they're holding a lot of resentment. Yeah, this peeping Tom, they need to go heal. Their magic is rendered powerless. They being blindsided. And now the rats is running to this mother that's not related to me. Because shit is spiraling out of control. They playing victim now. This swampy, they have a swampy smell. This person is a bunch of drunks that their mask have been cracked and they're falling. The masks have been cracked and they're falling. They're hitting enemies. They on the run. They lost in the fog for being a bunch of monsters. Yeah, the judicial system, on the run from the judicial system. Because they failed to realize I'm not the one to play with. Doing blood magic that's in the reverse. These people are ignorant and a bunch of addicts. Somebody thinks they're the mother of all ravens. Lord have mercy. Let me get one more pile. There's been a lot of miscommunication. And that money that they thought they were getting, they're not getting a dime. Because they were being manipulative. The accuser is always the accusee. Look at that. And that business table is off that business offer is off the table. Because of their guilty pleasures. This know-it-all energy. Look, uncle related. Doing necromancy. The lies are unfolding. They lost all their power. This shallow how that was out here doing jar spells. Ooh. They couldn't dim my light. And now they want to fight. Because I'm protected. I got ancestral magic. There's an entrapment. So this person is entrapped for being disloyal. And somebody or people are getting a second opinion. And now they're trying to deny allegations and claims about this alchemy. And they're being banished for family abuse. And these meetings that were held. Now they're running out of money because of this false marriage and abusive relationship. Somebody's out here trying to set the record straight. They're stubborn. The dark don't want anything to do with them. And their electronics is tapped. So if they're trying to tap into my electronics, their electronics is tapped. Or they're trying to tap my electronics. Alright, this is something that they did in the past lifetime. They committed some type of fraud. Trying to be a destiny swapper. And be a troublemaker. And now they got health issues. They have a strange smell. And they're being haunted for this mental manipulation. In the past. So I'm not going to pluck no more because I'm running out of space. But these are all the messages that's coming out. So we got an uncle and aunt energy. The uncle is not related to me, but the aunt, this is the uncle, not related. It says related, but the first card that came out was uncle, not related, and I'm not going to sit here and search for the card. Ooh. All right, someone was told not to listen. In one ear, out the other. Someone wasn't listening when they said I was righteous. Someone was being told that I was righteous, and they didn't listen. They were being stubborn. Now spirit is walking amongst us. And the dark don't want anything to do with them. Oh, wait, hold on. That's a message. Yeah, they're learning karmic lessons. Yeah, for this play for pay. Trying to enslave souls. They nasty. This was a risky move. Attacking me out of spite. They're cold-hearted. Somebody's in a trap house. Excuse me. Ooh. Hold on. The deck fell. Give me 1 second. Alright, the deck fell and the cards that I'm seeing are... There's a cocky energy. There's someone... Alright, hold on. Let me pick it up. We got cocky energy. Someone's about to, this cocky energy shall perish. Okay, someone's going to get their hands put on them and they shall perish. They're having an undesired outcome because the devil is sick for being a prick and playing dumbass tricks with this witchcraft. They tried to water you down, but it only rejuvenated, revitalized your garden. So they tried to water me down, and they only rejuvenated my garden. These are all the cards that were flipped up that I see. I'm not even going to bother read the rest of the cards because they all face down. But that was a message that we got from the cards that fell on the floor. I got moon magic. It's the only one I'm going to take. They were doing moon magic because they wanted to be the one. Now they feeling naked and afraid. because measures are being taken. This person needs to make peace with the imperfection that's about to come into their life. Yeah, now somebody has remorse because they collaborated with others and now they're out here lonely. And they owe me restitution, so they owe me money. And now they're nervous because I've been upgraded. They was doing graveyard magic on me. Burden not broken. They was trying to break me. There's files on this person that they put me on the dirt. But God made dirt and don't hurt. Yeah, birds of a feather that flock together are under judgment for being a bunch of lames. Because they don't like that I'm at peace. These binding rituals are in the reverse. And they were doing it for money. These people are materialistic. They tried to cause me delays. And they can't. And now they have a lot of animosity. A bunch of old hags that put a policy insurance on me. A fraud, a scam. And their plans failed. So old hags came out in the beginning. Coming out again. Coming out again. So uncle, aunt, old hags, older. I'm not going to pluck no more because I think I got like half the deck already on the table. So there's an uncle and aunt in my energy. Related or not related. The only thing that kept coming out was uncle and aunt. Nothing else came out. And I've been on the line. Where's my chat? Where's my thing for my lips? I've been on the live for 20-something minutes. Going on half an hour. And the only energy that has came out on the table is uncle and aunt energy. And the first thing that came out was uncle not related to me. And then uncle related to me came out. And then these two cards back to back came out. Not related to you. Related to you by marriage. So there's an uncle that's not related to me by blood. That's related to me by marriage. Is married to an aunt figure of mine. And this is somebody that's from my past home community. This person is a fake religionless. Okay? This person lives in my vicinity, so this person could live in my vicinity now. I'm going to take the first message deck. So this person could live in my vicinity now. Okay? They live around me or live around me. They're pocket watching me. They're an abuser. They're being humiliated. Okay? This Brady Bunch gang combined family. So look, part of my family and then somebody else's family. So the Brady Bunch gang, a combined family. An uncle not related to me, his family, and aunt related to me, whatever. They're her family together, a Brady Bunch gang. Okay, these people were on their high horse, and now they're feeling like a jackass. They're being humiliated right now. They're going through some type of bloodbath, or they were experiencing a bloodbath, and they're in denial, and the signs can no longer be ignored, and people are in their feelings, being wild witches out in these streets. They were trying to close all my roads, gates, and paths. They were blocking my way. They were also remote viewing me, okay? And they see that I have high potential and they underestimated me. Yeah, these people are rotting from the inside out because whatever they're doing is not working. And they committed to spiritual suicide in the work community, rebelling and challenging authority. These people are intimidated by my supernaturalness. They was trying to shut me up, but it failed. They were being wicked. And these karmics is trapped in my home community for their cruel intentions. These people live in my home community. It already says this person is from my past home community They live in my vicinity, live around me in my home community. They currently live in my home community now, where I live now. Karmics is trapped for their cruel intentions in my home community, or for their cruel, or maybe not. But it says they do. They're trapped. Wild witch, rebelling and challenging authority in the home community. Uncle, aunt energy, wild witches, rebelling and challenging authority in the home community. I'm reading the top cards that I left off. This person has a swampy smell, and they out here playing victim. The reason why they could smell is because they're a bunch of drunks. These people are alcoholic. And when you're alcoholic, okay, you're a heavy drinker, the liquor, it will come out your pores. So this person, they're a bunch of drunks and they stink. They smell like straight a liquor bottle and sweat and butt, dick, and pussy. They smelling out here. Yeah. The mask have cracked and are falling off. These hidden enemies. Confirmation with the sirens. If you can hear it over my prayer thing. So, yeah. The mask have fallen. That's so far, that's the first siren I hear that I paid attention to. I saw 3, 2, 1. I saw 3201. So the countdown. These people are on the run from the judicial system. They lost in the fog. These monsters that failed to realize I'm not the one to play with. What up, troll? How fast you gonna go? Exactly. This blood magic they did is in the reverse. These people are ignorant. They're also a bunch of addicts that think that this aunt lady that's related to me thinks that she's the mother of all ravens. She thinks she's the supreme council. This bitch is delusional. These drugs got her thinking that she's the mother of all ravens, supreme council. 3303. She thinks she's what's that? 33, whatever that is. Thing, master, whatever. Look, they were told to walk away and leave it alone, and they didn't. These people were trying to get me fired. And now they trapped in their own energy. Trapped in the maze, trapped in the labyrinth with no way out, going round and round. This dingbat energy that wanted revenge on me. But no weapon form will prosper because I have a healing spirit within or around me. These are how the message is coming out. You see how the messages is coming out. It's the end of the road for this person or people that buried me. But when they buried me in the ground, I sprouted a crown. And their mind is blown. They don't understand. This old school friend is also involved. There was an old school friend that was being used to cause havoc. It could be their old school friend or one of my old school friends. But there was an old school friend, theirs or mine. Yeah, they put this old school friend in a competition, the Hunger Games, to try to take me out. To literally like unalive me. Because the Hunger Game is a competition and they were getting unalived. So they was trying to put me in a competition and to try to unalive me. Yeah, this person who's having a midlife crisis. They have unfulfilled goals. A bunch of old people having a midlife crisis because they didn't fulfill their fucking goals. They're going through the wrath of God right now for being evil. A karmic woman. This is the aunt energy. Yeah, they were on a journey to Nowhereville because of fear of risk, resisting the change. And now they're holding a lot of resentment because they didn't want to change their life. So now because I'm doing what I want to, somebody's sending me some spell work to my eye. Somebody that just came and left. Little troll bitch. That's a fake religionist. That's a peeping Tom. They need to go heal. And their magic is rendered powerless. And they're about to be blindsided. This mother, the rats is running. This mother that's not related to me. So the aunt cannot be related to me either, or not related. Yeah, shit is spiraling out of control. So there's somebody that's related to me in my marriage, but not related to me. This could be the aunt or the uncle, one of these people I'm related to, and one of them I'm not related to. The dark don't want anything to do with them, and their electronics is tapped because of the past lifetime fraud that they committed. So their electronics have been tapped because of this past lifetime fraud that they committed. They committed some fraud in the past. Destiny swapper. They were destiny swapping with people or me, being troublemakers. And now they have health issues. They have a strange smell. They have health issues. They have a strange smell. This is their health issue. They have a strange smell. They smell. They stink. They being haunted. Yeah, a lot of mental manipulation is going on with this person. Or this person was mentally manipulating a lot of people in the past. So this person was mentally manipulating a lot of people in the past. Yeah, a lot of miscommunication. So a lot of lies, miscommunication. Yeah, and that money that they thought they were getting, they're not getting anything. For being manipulative. Look. The accuser is always the accusee. They were lying, accusing me of something, and they're the ones that was doing it. They were being manipulative in the past. Accuse me of doing something. For money, that business offers off the table. For their guilty pleasures. This Noro energy that thought they knew me. They were out here doing necromancy, messing with the dead. And now the lies is unfolding. And they lost all their power. This shallow how that was out here doing jar spells. I'm going to read the top right now. The message on the top until and then I'm going to go through the rest of the decks that I have left. I have 4 more little piles. It says there's a wild witch that was rebelling and challenging authority in my home community. The mother of Raven Supreme Council, somebody that thinks that they're the mother of Raven Supreme Council, somebody that's on their high horse. Okay? But they couldn't do anything to me because I have a healing spirit within or around me, and they hold a lot of resentment because of this. And now shit is spiraling out of control because of something they did in the past. These jar spells they did in the past. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it there. Yeah. So we got, they couldn't dim my light, and now they want to fight. But I'm protected. I have a lot of ancestral magic. And these people are entrapment for being disloyal. There's people out here getting second opinions now. And now these people are trying to deny allegations and claims of the alchemy, the necromancy, the shit that they were doing. Yeah, now they're getting banished away because of this family abuse. There's meetings being held. They're running out of money. This person's in an abusive relationship and a false marriage. And someone's out here, someone's trying to set the record straight. Because of this cocky energy. Someone's about to get their hands put on them. And they shall perish. And they're having an undesired outcome. This devil is sick for being a prick, for playing dumbass tricks. With this witchcraft. Trying to water me down. But I only rejuvenated and revitalized my garden. They was out here doing moon magic. Because they wanted to be the one. And now they feeling naked and afraid. Because measures are being taken. And they need to make peace with this imperfection that's coming in their life. They weren't listening. In one ear, out the other. About that I'm righteous. Someone was telling that I'm righteous and they weren't listening. They were being stubborn. But spirit is walking amongst us. And now they're learning karmic lessons. For paying people to play along. Trying to enslave souls. Trying to enslave my soul. The people are nasty. It was a risky move. Attacking me out of spite because they're cold-hearted. The last pile. Now this person has remorse for collaborating with others to attack me. And now this person is lonely and they owe me money, restitution. And now they're nervous because I've been upgraded from this graveyard magic they've been doing on to me. That they were trying to break me or burden me, but I'm not. They could have been they burdened me, but I'm not broken. And there's files on this person that they put me in the dirt, but God made dirt, and dirt don't hurt. Dirt don't hurt. Birds of a feather flock together. It was a group of people that are under judgment right now for being a bunch of lames. That they don't like that I'm at peace. Yeah, they were doing graveyard magic and binding rituals. My binding rituals in the reverse for material needs, materialistic, trying to cause me delays. Now they have a lot of animosity because they can't cause me delays. A bunch of old hags that put a policy insurance thing on me, a fraud, a scam, and their plans failed. So this is a uncle aunt energy that lives in my home community. One of them is related to me. One of them is not related to me. They come from my past home community. This person is a fake religionless. So this person is somebody that's supposed to be of church, but they're not somebody of church. They fake like they of church, but they're not. This is a wild witch. So this is a fake religionless that's a wild witch. They mess with witchcraft and they do black magic. The witchcraft they do is black magic. And they've been rebelling and challenging authority. That could be in the 3D and spiritually in my home community. Somebody that thinks they're the mother of all ravens. Somebody that thinks they're the supreme council. Somebody that thinks that they're the Jefa or the Jefe. You not the Jefa or Jefe or nothing, bitch. You can't even control your life. You having a midlife crisis because you have unfulfilled goals, because you did not fulfill your life goals, and you're mad because I'm fulfilling mine, and you're trying to stop me and delay me from fulfilling my life goals because you an old bitch nigga that didn't fulfill theirs. Is basically what it boils down to. And you out here trying to jam my connection to stop me from working. To stop me from being at peace watching TV because you miserable with your life. It's basically what I'm reading on this table. You did a bunch of jar spells in the past, burying me in the dirt, doing graveyard magic, messing with the dead. It's basically what it boils down to. You've been putting me in the dirt since the past. You've been burying me in the dirt. But all I did was sprouted a crown, baby. You planted a seed, and I grew flowers, ho. Your plans failed. That's the last message. Plans failed. Uncle, aunt, wild witch. Look. Uncle, aunt, from my past home community. Wild witch. Rebelling and challenging against authority in the home community. This person that's delusional, that thinks they're supreme council, but they don't have shit. Because I have a healing spirit within and around me, and they have resentment and shit is spiraling out of control because of the past jar spells. And now someone's out here trying to set the record straight. They need to make peace with this imperfection for being cold-hearted, and their plans fail. That's the message on the top. So somebody's trying to stop me in my forward movement because they're having a midlife crisis. Their unfulfilled life goals. They're fake religionless. Talk about they praise God and they don't really praise God. So this person that goes to church. What church you go to and who you praying to? Let's take some tarot out here. I got Tower and Chariot. So there's about to be a quick tower. Somebody's going to have this authority and tower. Somebody's going to have a tower. Yeah, authority. There's about to be some type of authority that's about to bring some type of tower to this aunt and uncle fake religionless energy. Yeah, 3 of coins in the reverse. Tower. They're unable to collaborate. No more collaborating. They all having towers. No more collaboration. Collaborating with others. They having towers. Towers to their wheel of fortune. They're having towers to their wheel of fortune. Yeah. I just saw a card. Queen of Cups. Knight of Wands. Page of Pentacles. Strength. Those cards were flipped over in the deck. So there's a loving, caring, kind person. Me, I'm a Queen of Cups energy. I'm a water sign. Knight of Wands. So there's something that's coming in quickly, swiftly for me. Some type of offer, a message. This could have to do with some type of business. Maybe I'm going to get some type of donation. I'm going to get some type of proposition, some offer. Because of my strength. But let me see what else. Let me get my book here. So I'm somebody that's emotional, loving, tender. Yes. Gentle, nurturing. Yes. Supportive, creative. Yes, 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 yes. And it says, I was brave, the Knight of Wands. Brave, hasty, and eager. So basically, I was brave. This Queen of Cups is brave. Yes, I was brave. Very ambitious. Yes, I was. Very unpredictable. Yes, I was. There was somebody in my energy that was hasty. Very eager and temperamental. Hold on, let me get my little pamphlet thing. So I'm this Queen of Cups energy. I'm creative, I'm supportive, I'm nurturing. Okay. And there was somebody that was there was somebody in my energy. It says absence. They were trying to make me absence, flight. Somebody was trying to take flight. Or this could be, there says also Knight of Wands. It says a friendly, a dark young man, friendly. So there could be, I'm a Queen of Cups energy. Nurturing and all that, blah, 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 what it says. And there's somebody that's eager to take flight, or it's telling me I'm going to have a change of residence. I'm about to be departed. Somebody, or that's telling me departure. I'm about to take flight. I'm going to have a change of residence. That's what it's saying. I hope so. I'm ready to move out this bitch because I cannot stand these people around me. They are toxic as fuck, and I cannot deal with this. I'm done with this toxic. I went outside to the store. When I came back, I walked home. I walked in my apartment, and because I literally live next to, in between two toxic ass families, I felt nauseous. I literally live in between and then above. Literally, like they try to triangulate me. They literally tried to triangulate me with toxic energy on the side of me and above me. And when I walked in my house today from coming from the store, I got nauseous. I was like, ugh. Yeah. I was just nauseous. I was like toxic. It was like, ugh. I walked in the house. I was like, I'm ready to go. I've been here for a long time. I've been here long enough. Y'all want me out of here? That's cool. I don't want to be around y'all fuckers anyway. Y'all toxic. Because the minute that I go, y'all all going to get y'all fucking tower. Unless I'm going to be here to watch that bitch. Either way, I'm satisfied with both. I'm satisfied watching you get your fucking karma, and I'm satisfied without watching you get your karma. It's no never mind to me. As long as God removes me away from y'all fucking toxic, ratchet ass bitches, it's fine. I don't care. That's where I'm at. I don't give a fuck how it goes down at this point. Remove me from these toxic ass people. Because they ain't about shit. All they do is talk shit about people. If they ain't talking shit about me, they probably talking shit about the next person. Because that's all they do with their fucking life. They don't have nothing else to fucking do. Just talk shit about somebody. And that's the truth. But anyway, Page of Pentacles. It says, application, study, scholarship, reflection. Another reading says news, message, and a bringer, therefore, rule of management. So I am management. So I'm about to get some, I know it's itching, confirmation. So yeah, I've been studying. So I have. I've been working. I've been studying. I've been putting in my own shit. Working, reflecting. Yeah, there's gonna be some type of message of management. Somebody's probably gonna bring me some type of offer management. I am managing my own business. Strength, because I had a lot of strength, power. Strength, willpower, strength, courage, and wisdom. It's inside of me for long. Strength, courage, and wisdom inside of me. I found it in me. I found it. Academic, practical, studious, disciplined, loyal, and dependable. Yes, I am very loyal, dependable, studious, academic, practical, and disciplined. Yes, I am. And I had a lot of strength. I've got the power. Somebody in my energy is a fucking cokehead because my nose wants to itch so much. I found it in me. Confidence, patience, resilience, inner strength, compassion, diplomacy. Yes, that's me. Check, 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 check. So this is my energy. The first 4 cards with the tarot. Queen of Cups, Knight of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles and Strength. Ooh, Ace of Wands. I'm getting my wish fulfillment. The Sun. There will be no death to me. Death in the reverse. And my foundation will be built. The fucking 4 of Wands. Somebody's trying to shut me up. Somebody's unable to put me to rest. The 4 of Swords in the reverse. With this competition, 5 of Wands. And now they're repeating karmic cycles, the world, because they're unable to bring a death to me. Death in the reverse. Again, death coming out twice in this table in the reverse. Somebody is unable to put an end to me. A Queen of Pentacles energy that's in the reverse. Materialistic because they didn't want to walk away. 8 of Cups refusing to change. Resisting to change. Fear of change. They collaborating with others. 3 of Coins. A magician that's in the reverse. To try to have me tangled up in a situation. But 2 of Wands, but they cannot tangle me up in a situation. Yeah, they was paying people and I don't got no money. Ace of Coins. They not content. Yeah, they're not getting, look, the Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, followed by the 8 of Pentacles. Somebody was working hard for some coins and they're not going to get it. They were spending money for some 10 of coins. Yeah. 2 of Wands. They're not getting their wish fulfillment with the Ace of Coins in the reverse. So, Queen of Cups, the 2 of Wands in the reverse, clarifying the 2 of Wands in reverse, clarifying the Queen of Cups. So they was trying to have a Queen of Cups, me, twisted in a situation, and they can't have me twisted up in a situation. Yeah, fear of the unknown. Somebody had a fear of the unknown. They don't have no direction. Somebody was trying to have me fear the unknown, have no direction, overanalyze shit. Somebody was trying to have me overanalyze and fear the unknown and have no direction. This is somebody that don't have no direction, fear of the unknown. They're having a midlife crisis. Okay, they don't have no wish fulfilled. They didn't fulfill their life goals. They're the ones that's unsatisfied. That fear the unknown, so they didn't take that risk for their own life. This magician that's in the reverse. Yeah, that collaborated with others. 3 of Coins. with a Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Coins, a Magician and the Queen of Coins. They didn't want to walk away because of fear of resisting of change. The same shit right there. And they're not getting their wish fulfillment. They're not getting these coins, Ace of Coins in the reverse. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. 10 of Coins. 2 of Wands in the reverse again. 3 of Cups in the reverse. Ace of Swords in the reverse. This King of Coins in the reverse. The King of Coins and the Queen of Coins is coming out in the reverse. The Uncle Aunt energy. The Empress in the reverse. Queen of Coins coming out in the reverse again. There's a card flipped over. What's this? The Tower in the reverse. The Hangman in the reverse. They were unable to cause me some type of Hangman Tower energy. They in the Nine of Swords. The King of Swords in reverse coming out again in the reverse. Somebody's trying to block my throat. 5454. Something's being sent back. Mirror back somebody. Something's being sent back to them quickly. This moon magic that's in the reverse. Look at that. They under judgment. For the moon coming out again in the upright. The Knight of Swords. Yeah. Their 10 of Cups is in the reverse. The Hierophant in the reverse. Look. Somebody of a religious structure in the reverse. Fake religionless. Confirming. Somebody, an organization, a religious structure, a marriage alliance. Related by marriage, a marriage alliance, false marriage, abusive relationship, family abuse. They try to cause a death to me. Death came out twice. 2 of Wands came out twice in the reverse. The King of Coins, the Queen and Queen of Pentacles in the reverse came out twice. And the King and Queen and the King of Swords came out in the reverse twice. This is the abuser. This is someone that abuses their authority. Somebody that has some type of power position. A fake religionist that abuse their authority. They're in a forced marriage. And they're in an abusive relationship. And they were out here lying about me. The accuser is always the accusee. They did jar spells into me and buried me in the past. Probably still doing it in this present. And they live in my home community now. So there's somebody from my past, uncle energy from my past home community, living in my current home and work community, sitting there, lied on my name in my community, and was doing death magic, alchemy, graveyard magic, trying to block my roads, my path, and my purpose. Because they're having a midlife crisis. So this all is because somebody had a midlife crisis, and in their midlife crisis, they decided to attack me. So somebody's having a midlife crisis, and they decided to do spell work on me. Because they see me fulfilling my goals, my life goals, what I want to do in my life. I'm doing what I love to do, and somebody was unable to do what they love to do. And they're mad, holding resentment against me for them being in a midlife, for them not achieving their life goals. What do I got to do with you not achieving your life goals? I got nothing to do with because you're unfulfilled. My life and your life we are not the same. So what I got to do with you, I have no idea. So you want to be over here fucking with my internet and putting tax fraud in the past on me and doing all types of shit because you're unfulfilled with your fucking life. Stay the fuck out of my energy. And leave me the fuck alone. Home community, a fatal ending in my home community. There's about to be a fatal ending. It's about to be fatal in my home community. For anybody that participated with this uncle energy that was lying on me. That's having a midlife crisis. A know-it-all energy. They thought they knew it all. This dingbat energy. They know it all. They stupid. You see how that's coming out? You see how it's coming out? Shit is crazy. There's a bunch of old hags in my home community. I just got this. A bunch of old hags in my home community having a midlife crisis because of their unfulfilled goals. Nodal energy, but they really dingbat energy. Decided to attack me because I'm fulfilling my goals. So they're trying to block my path and my roads because their path and their roads are blocked. They're a bunch of addicts. The one trick pony ran out of tricks and now they're sick. There's a bunch of addicts that keep doing the same thing over and over and over. Attacking me out of spite. And their plans fail. They need to go heal. Yeah, they put me in the dirt. They buried me. Where we at? I'm done. This is a dark worker that was doing some sexual abuse, spiritual sexual abuse on me. Somebody that's related to me by marriage. And they live in my current home and work community. Look. They were doing root work on me. Root work came out again. Trying energy distortion, trying to distort my energy. Trying to close all my roads, paths, and gates. They were trying to block my way with this root work. This person that's not related to me. That's the Brady Bunch gang. Combined family. Somebody is married into my family. They all under judgment for being materialistic. They could have been doing hydromancy. And now they're aging rapidly. Like I said, it's going to be fatal. And they were doing necromancy. Hydromancy and necromancy. Water magic and death magic. They were being manipulative. Ooh. They were being manipulative and controlling with water magic and death magic. A dark worker. That's being replaced. They were trying to replace me. They were trying to have me replace. Yeah, they overstepped their boundaries. They were trying to replace me, and now they're alone. This abuser that's not related to me. They keep saying not related to me. They out here sacrificing people and animals for money. And now they going Looney Tunes because of it. Look, this graveyard magic. See? They sacrifice people and animals for money doing graveyard magic. And they're going crazy because of it. They're about to meet their demise. They're trying to change plans, but they're being exposed. Yeah, there's about to be, wow, there's about to be an execution for these snakes. Look at that. And you don't lie. All I'm doing is picking up the fucking deck. Everybody loves a comeback story. And baby, I'm coming back. Guess who's back? Back again. Sammy's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 They created a monster, but no me no more. They want shady. I'm chopped liver. Yeah, they were doing death magic. But the spirit is walking amongst us, collective. And they play games with me. And for money, bank accounts. A karmic woman that tried to water me down. This person is a blow. Anyway, they were doing sex magic. And they no longer serve a purpose. So somebody could be, it says blow up sex doll. Somebody could be used as for sex and they no longer serve a purpose. Somebody thinks that person is played out. Yeah. Somebody was trying to contain my gifts. And now all the lies are unfolding. That they collaborated with others to do this. Because everybody loves a comeback story. They see my comeback story. And all the false advertisement people were saying on me. There's about to be an execution. And these people are lost in the fog. They nervous. And they aging rapidly. Not me, bitch. I'm Benjamin Button. I've been upgraded. It says the illusion is on them. They clueless. And the cat's out the bag and they're about to be put back in their bottle. Because shit got out of control. They took an oath to do this. That's why there was been no confession in the reverse. That's why they did not confess. This stinky, sneaky link. Repeated offense that kept doing something over and over again. A cousin not related. So aunt, uncle, cousin getting snipped off. Cut because of this sabotage. Somebody snitched on them. This person could be an earth sign connected to earth. That lost all their power. Or they could have been connected to earth and they lost all their power to earth. So they could have had some power to earth and they lost all their power. They were trying to keep the judicial system lost in the fog. We got judicial system lost in the fog. The judicial system could be lost in the fog. They don't know what's going on, or they do know what's going on, or they was trying to have the judicial system lost in the fog. That's what I just heard. This mother not related was trying to have the judicial system lost in the fog. When it came to me in the past. Yeah, they reap what you sow. Guess who's back? Tell a friend. Shady's back. Yeah, they're about to meet the coroner. They're all about to meet the coroner. People who are in my vicinity or live around me. The people, yeah, like I said, in my vicinity, live around me, collaborated with others in my vicinity. So they collaborated with others in my vicinity. In the past lifetime. Yep. And now still. And they couldn't dim my light and now they want to fight me. So they collaborated with people in my home community to spiritually organ harvest off of me. And this was a journey to Nowhereville. I'm just going to say, I'm going to say it. Next door neighbor came out. I've been here an hour pulling cards, and now next door neighbor coming out. So we didn't even get into that because I'm over that. Look, it says next door neighbor is in childlike behavior. They need to act their age. I'm sorry, it's coming out. I'm guessing I guess the next door neighbor could be talking about me right now because nothing came out until now. So the next door neighbor is in childlike behavior and they need to act their age. So she must be talking about me, or he must be talking about me. Somebody must be talking about me. One of these next door neighbors must be talking about me right now. Because they came out right now on my table. I keep saying, if you in my energy, or you talking about me, or you talking shit about me, you gonna fucking come out on my table. And the spirit is telling you, bitch, grow the fuck up and act your age. It literally came out. The next door neighbor is in childlike behavior and needs to act your age. And the downstairs neighbor right behind that. The next door and the downstairs neighbors are in childlike behavior and they need to act their age. This one trick pony that ran out of trick, a mother related. So there's a mother related. There's a mother energy. Whatever they're doing is being returned to sender. And these people are having a lost grip of reality. I've been here a whole hour. And the only energy that was coming out was aunt and uncle. Aunt and uncle, mother energy. Mother, related, not related. Look, mother, not related, snakes. Mothers that are not related to me that are snakes are in my energy. in my current home and work community. I tell you no lie. Mothers not related, snakes in my current home community are over here trying to twisted stories, poisoning my work community, spiritual suicide for them. Because whatever they're doing is not working. These people are about to rot from the inside out because I have high potential and they're underestimating me. They're ungodly. I ain't saying it. The cards are saying it. They're a bunch of puppets. And their electronics is tapped. Vestige. Vestige is another way of saying it's being traced back. Traced, to be traced back. Yeah, that money that they thought they were getting, they're not getting anything. The accuser is always the accusee. So they're accusing me of something. Like the lady next door tried to tell either it was a little girl. I don't even know because all I know is I heard a baby. So she was either talking to the child or talking to somebody else. And she stood in front of my door accusing me, lie on my name, talking about how if I don't stand in front of her door, she's going to throw voodoo on you. One, you're fucking with me. Two, you're committing some type of hate crime because you have a problem with my spirituality. And three, you're lying on my name to whoever the fuck you lying on me. And three, you're harassing me because you're standing in front of my fucking door doing it. Can I sue you now or later? Can I sue you now or later? Which one you want me to do? Sue you now or sue you later? Which one? Miseducated. They so educated, but they don't even know the actions that they're doing, and they're incriminating themselves doing it. And you thought that I was dumb just because I don't have no fucking high school diploma or college education? Don't mean I'm slow. Don't mean I'm naive. And don't mean I don't know my fucking rights or the government, the system. My rights, you fucking stupid bitches. Unlike these dumb people, they don't know. And if they did know, they wouldn't be doing the dumb shit that they're doing. Literally out loud in the public for everybody to fucking hear them on top of that. How stupid can you be? Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Because it was a risky move. Them being fucking nasty. Trying to cause me an eviction. So they was trying to cause me an eviction. My neighbors next door, upstairs, downstairs. What you causing me an eviction for? Cause you in my business? You trying to say I was a false prophet? So you was trying to cause me an eviction, trying to say that I'm a false prophet? But the cat's out the bag, and the genie has been put on the bottle, and the illusion's on you. You're clueless. An uncle not related? See, it came out. Gang stalking me. There's an uncle not related to me that's gang stalking me that lives in my vicinity, collaborating with others, downstairs neighbor, next door neighbor, and the upstairs neighbor didn't come out, but we already know they included. We're looking with. I split the deck with an aunt related. It finally came out together. An aunt related with an uncle not related. Gang stalking me. An old school friend, mind is blown. They was also working with an old school friend. They trying to read me and they can't. It says saddle up. It's about to get bumpy because they on borrowed time because they broke all types of laws to do what they did. They were fucking naive and they fumbled the fucking bag. They getting cut off. And they in the panic room because their devilish deeds will bring them karma indeed. They got caught. They've been snitched on. Snitch. Somebody snitched on them in court. You're trying to block my throat. Yeah, they don't got no magic. This setup, they try to set me up. And they lost all their power. Because all the lies are unfolding. There's about to be an execution. I'm not pulling no more. I'm done. Yeah, they're a bunch of lowlives. That this moon magic has been trying to clean it up, but it's being triggered up. They were on, again, they trapped like labyrinths with no way out. Trying to get fired. They didn't want to leave me alone. We're supposed to leave me alone. They didn't want to leave me alone. Now they out here imagining their own funeral and ending. For lying on me. A karmic man. Scammers. The disabled have turned on them. Because I'm undefeated. Confirmation, you hear that? They're in the feelings. And the signs can no longer be ignored. They're having fights. This karmic family, fights is happening with this karmic family. Because they did it for the money. They wanted to show. They better get ready because shit's about to blow. Peace out, collective. Thank you for listening to me as I expose these people really coming for me. Peace.